A lot of people ask me, what do they really need to do to improve their speaking or communication skills? I think you need two things. First, you need to listen a lot to the language you're learning. You need to do a lot of listening. There's something people do that really bothers me all the time. When you see somebody who wants to learn a language, he goes into a school, registers, and then starts learning the language. The first thing you would see is that the school or the training center will give the person books about the language. I am sure you listening to me and watching me, you didn't learn your mother tongue through books. You didn't. You started listening to your parents. And then after a while, you started imitating your parents and then started speaking. So any other language is supposed to be learned that way. You don't learn to speak with your eyes. You learn to speak with your ears. You learn to listen and then speak. If you read books, believe me, it will slow your speaking down. It will slow your speaking down. And that is why you see a lot of people who have read up to master's or PhD in any language, and they still struggle to speak the language fluently because they learned the language through their eyes by reading. If you want to learn how to speak, please listen very carefully. The first thing to do is to hear and listen to what people are saying in the language. Second thing to do is to repeat. Repeat what you hear. Because repetition thickens or hardens your muscles. And these muscles, you need to use them to speak. So listening and repetition are the two things you need to focus on in order to speak any language fluently. When you read books, of course, it's very important. You need to have a lot of vocabulary. I understand that. But if you want to focus on speaking, really, you don't really need to learn the grammar. You don't. Because the grammar slows you down. In fact, grammar, the use of grammar in any language is to sit for exams and pass. That's all. But if you want to learn to speak, you need to focus on learning set expressions, phrasal verbs, expressions in the language. These are the things you need, not learning individual words. No, you need to learn expressions or phrasal verbs. If you learn these things, believe me, your language will improve with no time. Until next time, friends, please keep speaking up.